Del smiled his man into my life 10 years ago. We met in a nightclub, and if you've ever been in the same room as Del, you definitely know about it, because he used to dance around the place with this big smile, and he had this positive, infectious energy, and I'm sure you've seen those words written a lot in the last couple of weeks online. It's evident to see how many people's lives he actually affected, and I'm not sure if he even knew how loved he was. Del always had this knack of introducing people on nights out. So one group he would introduce to the next, and by the end of it, you're all friends. And one of the craziest things about the last couple of weeks is he's still doing it, because I've been talking to friends and family from different chapters of his life, from his childhood growing up to the school years, to the latter part of his life. Del would always put a positive spin on things. He was always pushing you to do better, to make the most of now. And I'm sure you've all seen the quote of the tweet he put up a few years ago, and it said, "If I was to give any advice today, I'd tell people to stop living like they're going to be here forever." And that really hit me hard, man. I mean, we take for granted sometimes the little things in life, and you know what? With Del, he always found positivity, even in times of struggle. He'd always be the first one I shouted after I'd organised an event and got a date. I would shout him. He'd be the first one I call. We always used to joke that he was the king of brunch, because he'd even get there first thing in the morning and help me move the sofas around. He was so eager and loved it. The group of boys that we've got are so tight-knit, it's like a family. We've been going out together almost every weekend for 10 years, and the time goes like that, and it's not until something like this comes along that you sit and you look back at photos and memories and you think, wow, how lucky we've been to have so many nights out and holidays, like all these amazing trips. And I'm just so grateful that I had that opportunity to do that with him. And you know, I've shared a room with him on one of my favourite nights ever, in Ibiza. It was my birthday week, and we'd been to Marbella first, and we flew straight to Ibiza. And it got to like day 6, and we were going out every night. And the last day, we literally went to the shop, bought a load of crisps and a load of drink, and we went back to the room, and we literally sat there all night watching documentaries on TV whilst the rest of the island partied. And you know what? There's no one in the world I would sit and do that with, or would want to, more than him.
Thank you for making such a major impact on my life. It didn't matter what hardship I was going through, you always managed to put a smile on my face. You had such a vibe about you, man, you know. But regardless, me, the family, your nephews, we're going to hold you down. I love you. I'm going to miss you loads. And I hope to see you soon.
The last 10 years, you've been not only my best friend, but you've been like a brother to me. There's not enough hours in the day or minutes in this video to tell people about what we've been through and all the good times we've had. But I'm sure, like most people, will start in 195, watching you run around the dance floor and sort of peering off the balcony. And then our journey goes on, mate. It goes from chanting in Faces in the Cage, goes from Lux, New Bar, Liverpool, the list goes on, and always you've had a smile on your face with a positive outlook. And from me and all the boys, just wanted to say what a big part of us you are, and what a big part of our group is now going to be missing.
First time I met him, it was actually Abby, his cousin. Love to you, Abby. Got in touch with me saying that, you know, she knows someone with a musical mind like mine. We spoke, our energies just matched. It was crazy, energetic. And his mind, the way his mind worked musically was just, it was a mind that was gone too soon, but his legacy lives on.
So many great memories that I shared with Dee that I will cherish for a lifetime. The last great memory that I remember that I have of him and I hold dearly was the one where he drove miles and miles to come to my engagement party, even though he had literally just finished work and had work the next day very early in the morning. That was one of the sweetest thing which just shows the kind of person that he was. Love you and miss you, D.
Delbert, Snake Hips. I don't know where to start, mate. It's probably been nearly a decade that we've had nights out and shared stories and spoke. I can't really put into words at the moment kind of what you meant to me. You just had that infectious energy that I think we all keep talking about. And you brought that to the parties. You brought that just if it was coming around someone's house. If you just wanted a chat, then you'd pick the phone up and you would just make people feel better. And yeah, that's going to fill a massive void. Above all else, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my brother. And until next time, I'll see you then.
Impacted so many people's lives with all the stories and all the love that's just been shared. I can remember when we first met, I was about 15 or 16, it was under 18s night stimulation, and you had this big crowd around you. Everyone's like, look at this guy dancing in the middle. And it's about the time when Chris Brown appeared on the scene, and everyone's like, look at this guy, he looks like Chris Brown, he dances like Chris Brown. And from then we just become friends and remained friends ever since, and shared many a good night out and holidays, and it's just mad. And when I'm speaking to people I haven't spoke to for a while, we've all got the same story where we all met on a night out through you and become friends. And that's what you did so well. You sort of wanted everyone to enjoy the party as much as you did, so you brought everyone together. And I suppose them memories are just going to live with everyone forever.
Where do I start? From some of our best memories over the past 19 years to some of our best photos. Del wasn't just a best friend to me, he was a brother. And things won't be the same without his infectious laugh, but I will make sure his memory lives on in all of us. Love you forever, D, and I'm gonna miss you more than you know.
Derrick, the most purest, kind-hearted person I've ever met, or I think anyone's ever met. You've been in my life since we were 15, and I'm so honoured and so proud to be able to say that I had someone like you in my life for that length of time. I've got so many memories of us, and each of them just put a smile on my face. Just thinking of you smiling makes me smile. I don't think you realised how much you're going to be missed and how many lives you actually impacted without even trying. And being able to do that just speaks volumes in itself. I love you so much, Del, and I'm going to miss you like you wouldn't believe.
I just want to send my condolences to Derrick and also the family. Obviously, I couldn't be there for the funeral, but I just want to say rest in peace. I just want to thank you for the good times. I lost like you told me. I lost like a land for me. He's a good person. So, sad news. But may God keep you safe and rest well.
I've got 1,000 memories of Dale. This last few weeks, think about him, it always makes me smile. Just because every moment we shared was funny and positive. It's been amazing to see how many people he made a connection with. I've had messages from people in Dubai, Australia, just all over, different places, different random people. And I just think like, wow, how? Always had a smile on his face, always. Even when things weren't going well, you always saw the positive side of it. I think, if more people fought the way Del fought, it'd be such a better world. I really do think he would always be with me. And he was the closest thing to perfect, that you'll get. I've literally been thinking about it, when did he actually do something wrong? When did he do something that was not the right way? I can't think out of 20 years for friendship of when he's done something the wrong way. He was always well mannered, always positive. You could trust him. He knows more about me than anyone else does in this world. And I was looking through my birthday pictures every year. Every year Del's there. It's crazy. The one birthday, I was going to spend it alone. I just didn't want to do anything. And he was like, no, we've got to go out, I was like, no, I'm not really going out. He's like, I'm coming up then, I'm going to come up.
And he did, and he drove, you know, we had that conversation on the Thursday, and on Saturday he drove up 100 miles just to make sure I weren't alone. You know, he really did care. There won't be anyone like him again.
He was the type of person that I could talk to, and afterwards I'd know that I have someone backing me, and I know that I have someone in my corner, because he was just the kind of person that wanted the best for us, you know, just wanted the best for me and wanted me to be the best version of myself and made me want to be the best version of myself. So that's how he made me smile.
Del and I met many, many years ago, and it was just an instant connection. You know, we just got on so well. He always had a smile on his face, and how could you not get on with him? We shared some amazing moments. You know, his nickname for my brother and I were Ryanair because of our surname, and because he said that we were flying high and achieving great things. You know, we supported each other as much as possible with anything. You know, our friendship was pure. I got to spend some amazing moments. One that comes to mind is, you know, he attended my fiance and I's engagement party, and that was for our closest friends and family. And, you know, he was part of that group because of how he was, you know, being positive, outgoing, and just the cleanest, heartiest person possible. And, you know, although Del won't be at our wedding in body, and he will be there in spirit, and we're going to be dedicating some amazing moments and tributes to him.
So I met Del around about 5 years ago now, just through sort of going out, partying and sharing the same sort of mutual friends. As anyone would tell you, he was the life and soul of the party. He was so warm and welcoming, and one of the memories that sticks out for me was earlier on when I think it was my 19th birthday, 195. Two of my close friends were with me, and Del was there with all his mates, and I remember I was on the dance floor and he brought us all up to the table and made us really feel part of the night. And, you know, he was always caring about others, and he was so thoughtful, and he was, you know, the most genuine and loving guy, you know, I've ever met. So I'll always miss you, Del, and, you know, you were such an amazing human being. I love you always, mate.
You were loved by so many, Del, and I'm going to miss seeing you around, and your generous personality and always looking after everyone, especially the girls. We miss you, and your legacy will live on.
Del, you was a beautiful person inside and out. You lit up every room with your beautiful smile. I'm going to really miss seeing you around. You've always looked after me growing up, always made sure I was okay. And it's just such a tragedy that you're not here anymore, and I'm going to miss you so much.
I've tried to record this video probably 7 or 8 times now, and it's been really difficult trying to figure out, you know, what I want to say and how I can say it. I think the most difficult thing for me is the fact that I'm never going to see Del again in the flesh. He's never going to be there. He's never going to walk into a room with a drink in his hand and try and force a drink down you, or you know, you're never going to be feeling a little bit not quite yourself, but then you have Del around and you're all right again. It doesn't matter what else is going on. With that evokes so many emotions and brings back so many memories that I have of Del, and that we have as groups and friends and days and nights out, etc. That it does then put a smile on your face. He's given so many of us some great memories. With Del, it doesn't matter whether you knew him for 15 years or 15 minutes, because you would have this instant connection with him. You could be the kind of person that was really standoffish and, you know, don't like speaking to people, and was a bit of an introvert, like me, most of the time. But Del takes that away. You can forget about all that. There's no pretense, no airs and graces. He's just all smiles, heart and soul. And that's Del. I think one of my, well, it's not the funniest, I was a bit upset at the time, I think, but was many years ago when he done one of the first headliners he done at Mojo's, which isn't even there anymore, which shows how long ago it was. But at the time I was a resident there for the actual venue, not for Del. And he had his event there and wanted his DJs there, quite rightly. He was looking after his friends, that's what he does, right? But unfortunately for him on that occasion, I had to be there as well, so I don't think he was overly happy about that in the first instance. But it turned out all right, and on the night we had a laugh about it, we had a joke, and it was just, that was Del. He turns these negatives into positives constantly.
constantly. And again, like I said, it doesn't matter how long you've known Del for. He's the sort of guy that will change your outlook on things. And hopefully that's something that he's going to continue to do. I mean, he's brought so many people together. The way that this Dance for Del has erupted is all because of the sheer love and care that people had for such an amazing man. It's testament to his character, because through all of the struggles and the pain that he dealt with, he was still this super strong, vigilant, vibrant, smiley, just unreal picture of a man, because he didn't let things get him down. I mean, like all of us, even the best of us, we all get down at times, but Del had this knack of just being Del. If you knew him the way that, you know, a lot of us did, then you will understand that. He had this infectious smile, Del. I mean, you could, I remember DJing in a few venues and he'd be at the other side of the room and you'd just see this smile from miles away. And 9 times out of 10 with that smile came a drink, so he'd come rocking over and bring you a drink and have a shot or something. But I think just the experience and how fortunate I've been to have been able to have Del as a part of my life, as a friend for so many years, fills me with joy, and it gives me that strength to continue going. There's been quite a lot of some quotes that Del would in previous years put up on Twitter and etc. and messages and things, and they're actually really inspiring, and they lift me up a hell of a lot.
Del, mate, where do we even start making a video like this? I think it's very hard for everyone to put into words how they're feeling and what they want to say. I'm sure what I'm going to say has been said or thought about a million times over. I never got to spend anywhere near enough time with you. Everyone can say that, and I'm sure everyone means that, and it's true. You know, you accepted me with open arms into your group, just like all the boys have, and you know, I'm thankful for that. Your smile, your energy, your vibes, they lit up a room. I know I speak for everyone would say it's going to be heartbreaking to not see you out anymore, you know, but I think this should be a positive thing, and to say thank you for the memories, thank you for being you.
Because of the circles that we rolled in, you've given us a way to express how we felt, and that's through the music, and you've given us a way to carry on your legacy, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Not just today, not just next week, not just next month, or not just this year. It's going to go on, and we're going to tell new friends that you never met about you, and they're just going to feel the energy, and they're going to remember you the way that we describe you.
We love you, mate, and we just hope that at the next CJ brunch, and I'm sure if anyone knows Derrick and wants to see him in his true habitat, it's at a CJ brunch. So hopefully, mate, that you'll be watching over us, Jaeger in hand, ready to dance the night away. I love you, mate.
Del, I know you're listening. I just want to thank you for being my brother, a great friend, positive and pushing me. And I can't wait to see you next. I know you're in heaven and you're going to be busting out your dance moves and showing what real Afro house music is. And I just want to thank you for everything, for you, for being yourself. And, you know, can't wait to see you next. Big love, my friend.
Del, you is an amazing, amazing man who will live on through all of us, friends, family, your music. This Dance for Del is going to be something that is going to continue to carry us all through and keep us together for years and years to come. So rest in peace, my friend. And we love you.
One thing that I'm going to do going forward is think in a different way. So if things are not going great, what would Del do? What would Del say? How would Del react to this? And you know, he'd be positive, and you know he'd be smiling, even if the times weren't great. And when the times were great, yeah, he'll be smiling and definitely dancing. You know, so.
We're going to keep his legacy alive, and this stream is just the first of many amazing things that we're going to do in his name, and his legacy is going to last forever. They'll always change the negative to a positive, and from now on, all I'm going to remind myself is, what would Del do? Whenever I'm feeling down, what would Del do? And I know he'll be positive about it. So I hope you enjoy the stream, and thanks so much for your support and everything and all the messages. It's been crazy, and yeah, I loved him and I'll always love him. Rest in peace.